In this video, we are going to talk about graphs of polynomials and specifically multiplicity. So let's start with if we have a positive leading coefficient. And we're going to talk about odd graphs, but multiplicity applies to any degree. So if I have a positive leading coefficient and a degree of 3, that means I also have 3 zeros and I have a maximum number of 3 x-intercepts. So let's show a graph where we have 3 x-intercepts. So for example, I would go through the x-axis 3 times. And let's quantify these x-intercepts. So let's call this one -5, let's call this one 1, and we'll call this one 3. So to write the equation, I would take each of my zeros. So let's talk about that first. I would take each of my zeros, which are -5, 1, and 3. And to write it in factored form, I'm simply going to take each of those zeros and I'm going to make it the opposite sign. So I'm going to have x plus 5, x minus 1, and x minus 3. All right, so what would it look like if we had 2 x-intercepts? Actually, let's back up a second. So the reason I drew this graph this way is because when I have a positive leading coefficient, my right end is up and my left end would be down. So let's keep that in mind, that when we have that positive leading coefficient, that your right end is always going to go up. So I'm going to draw a similar graph, but now I'm going to draw a graph with 2 x-intercepts. So let's draw it through, and then it's just going to touch and then go back up. So now I have 1, 2 x-intercepts. So again, let's quantify these. I'll call this one -5, and I'll call this one 3. Now my zeros for this graph would be -5 and 3. But because the 3 just touches the graph, it doesn't go through the graph, we call this a multiplicity of 2. Meaning that when I write my factored form, I'm going to have f of x equals x plus 5 and x minus 3. But now the problem is I know that I have a degree 3, so I know I should have 3 factors or 3 degrees. So a multiplicity of 2 means that this x minus 3 is squared, because essentially it's touching it, so that means there's 2 of them. So this is how I'd write the factored form for that equation. All right, let's say I only had 1 x-intercept. So that means it went through here, maybe it touches here, but it never actually touches the x-axis again. So let's call this point -5. And we'll say that this is going to be an imaginary solution. And we're going to say it's going to be plus or minus 2i. So my zeros would be -5 and plus or minus 2i. My f of x would be x plus 5 and then x squared plus 4. Don't worry, we're not going to work on writing that x squared plus 4 quite yet, but that is how you would get plus or minus 2i. And so that's an example of a degree 3 with a positive leading coefficient. Notice all of them have the right side up. And again, with that multiplicity idea. All right, let's do another example, but now I'm going to do a negative leading coefficient. And let's talk about something if we have a degree 4. So if I have a negative leading coefficient degree 4, but if I have a degree 4, I know I have 4 zeros, and I know I have a maximum of 4 x-intercepts. So that means we're going to talk about what does it look like to have 4 x-intercepts, what does it look like to have 3, what does it look like to have 2, and what does it look like to only have, we're not going to do 1, we're just going to do 0. So if I have a graph with 4 x-intercepts, that means it's going to cross the axis 4 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And notice how I drew my graph. Since I have a negative leading coefficient, my ends point down. So kind of keep that in mind. All right, let's quantify these x-intercepts. So let's call this guy -6. We'll call this guy -2. Call this guy 1, and this guy 5. All right, so that means if my zeros are -6, -2, 1, and 5, I know that my equation, or my factored form, would be x plus 6, x plus 2, x minus 1, and x minus 5. And so that's how I would convert from my zeros to my equation, or my factored form. So what would it look like if we had 3 x-intercepts? So I would, and it's still, again, a negative leading coefficient, so my ends are still going to point down. So I'm going to go through again, touch, back down. I'm going to fix this so it looks a little bit more like it hits at a spot. Okay, so we'll still call this guy -6, we'll still call this guy 1, and we'll call this guy 5. So my zeros are -6, 1, and 5. So for my function, that means I would have x plus 6, x minus 1, and x minus 5. But remember, it needs to be degree 4, and right now I only have 3 factors. Again, when it just touches, we call this a multiplicity of 2, so that means my x minus 5 is going to be squared. All right, let's look at something that has just 2 x-intercepts and a negative leading coefficient. So it's going to point down, it's going to touch, and go back down. So let's call this -3, and we'll call this +2. So my zeros are -3 and +2. My function would have x plus 3 and x minus 2. But again, these are both touching, so these both have multiplicity of 2. So they're both going to be squared, and again, that's how we would get a degree of 4 total. All right, and my last one, 0 x-intercepts. Again, it's still going to point down. But notice it never touches the x-axis. So that means I would have all imaginary solutions. And so in this case, I don't have any indicators to help me write my function. So I would have to do some solving or something like that in order to write my function. But this is what a 0 x-intercept, x to the 4th power with a negative leading coefficient would look like. And again, both of my ends are pointing down.